Yes. Blessings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, blessings, man. You hearing me?
Yeah, now I hear you good. All right. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. It's a pleasure,
You're
you
having
know?
a good, yeah, you're having a good Sunday so far?
Yeah, man, great, you know?
All right. Nice to hear. So everybody, I would like you all and me, I'm welcoming JVYBZ from OUTTA NOTHING Production, which may be a young producer in age, but not a young producer when it comes to experience. And JVYBZ is not only a producer, you're also a studio engineer, singer, songwriter, graphic designer. So I have a lot of things on your plate. And
Yeah,
now
man, yeah.
you are here, yeah.
Yeah,
So
man,
you
true,
are
you know?
here today representing for OUTTA NOTHING Production, but there are two other people involved in this studio as well. If you would like to mention them and big them up, they are not here today, but you are representing.
Yeah, man, big up Father and big up Diddy, you know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, Father Gang and Didirat also part of OUTTA NOTHING Production. Okay, JVYBZ, so OUTTA NOTHING Production, you're located in Hanover, and Lucy, and I did check it out on the map. You did tell me, but now I found it. The geographic location is right there on the north coast, next to St. Thomas Parish and Westmoreland, I think, on the south. It is a very small.
Yeah, Westmoreland on the south. In the west, yeah, west,
All right.
south. And St. Elizabeth is Buddhism would be in the west area, same way.
Okay. Yeah.
No, the south, sorry, the south area. That's what I should say.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So this place now, it have a name. I just have to ask you before anything. Bad Bush. Why do they call it Bad Bush?
Well, you know, they'd have a name before we never told, like, you know, so we just change it.
Okay. So you mean
Yeah.
it's you who is like you come up with this name?
No, not me. But, you know, people that live here in the village.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So please, can you tell us a bit about your background in music and, you know, growing up and how you first got into music and such?
Well, all right, no problem. Well, my father, I've grown up seeing my father doing music, you know? Yeah, so it's actually an inborn thing. Yeah, from I know myself, been doing music, you know? And that's it. From I know myself, I've been doing music. So from primary school to high school, coming straight up. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay. So you grew up with a lot of musical influences then. So if you grew up around music, so can you give us some examples about, you know, your early inspirations?
Yeah, well, my early inspirations, music that I grew up around still, it wasn't really dancehall music. It was more of reggae and soul's music, you know, like Percy Sledge, Barry Salmon, and those type of people, you know, Sam Cooke and those type of artists. You know, so that's the type of music I really kind of grew around, you know. But dancehall, dancehall always play. Dancehall always play in the area same way, but in the whole soul, you know. Yeah, man, and also around my surrounding, you know. Mostly those type of music.
Okay. Yeah. So you have a wide, you know, inspiration then both
Yeah, man.
locally and
Yeah, man.
yeah, really nice. So, you know, when would you say that you said you've been into this from birth, basically?
Yeah,
But
man.
when did
Yeah,
you
cause
like
yeah, man.
decide to start working in the business?
Like professionally.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say from 2015, 2015, I would start
Mm-hmm.
working in this business professionally, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So at that time you started working with this label, OUTTA NOTHING Production. Is that how you started?
No, no, I
Because you
wasn't
have
working
to.
with illegal
Oh,
production in that period of time, you know. Started working with the label 2017, early 2017. You know,
okay.
January 2017, January. It's like the start of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And from that,
So
still working.
so yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So or were you like you come from the same area? How did it come about you started working with OUTTA NOTHING then at that time?
Okay, you know, the OUTTA NOTHING that a father gang now. Him been having the studio here, but it wasn't how it is right now, you know. It started from a little room, you know, with a little computer and you know them old time computers. I'm not really say one little one, a big one with a big back screen and all that stuff, you know, and recording on earphone as the mic and all those stuff. That's
Oh.
where it was coming from, you know. Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
until it reaches. So how I get here is I have family in the vicinity, you know. So
Mm.
and father gang know my brother, which is a selector, you know. So him
Mm.
link him and tell him say, you know, him would have want me to come work at the studio and things, you know. Yeah, man. So that's how I reach here. And from that is just
Okay.
out and nothing straight, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you just first started working there, was it as an engineer or what was your like first work task?
Well, everything, man. Engineer, composer, everything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. Mixing engineer, compose, and all of those stuff. Everything. It's not like one thing specific. Yeah, everything like
Okay.
to do with the producing and stuff.
All right. So,
Yeah.
but did you have experience before you came to work there, or is it a matter of that you have also been learning a lot while you
Yeah, man.
start
Just been
working?
learning, you know. Just been learning. Just been learning. So that's all I could say. I just been learning from when I started from 2015 to now.
Mm-hmm.
Just been learning stuff, you know, new stuff all the while, every day, new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
man.
learning
Yeah, man.
experience.
And advancing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
man.
you mentioned that you're a singer and a songwriter as well. Did you start out doing that, or you just been doing everything at the same time, or could you tell us?
Yes. I really started out singing songs, you know, having
Mm,
my computer. But I've been voicing myself same way, having my little laptop and thing, voicing myself. But I started out singing songs, you know. But
mm-hmm.
to the area where we in the West, you know, the music is not really big, like, you know, Kingston side and, you know, Mobile side and things. So we're trying to set a thing in our area, you know. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason I come about doing the producing and stuff, you know, because there's a lot of artists in our area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. So
your studio would mainly be working with a lot of local talents, or
yeah,
I
man.
mean, over the years you've been working with a lot of artists, but like in the early times, it's been like a community thing.
Actually, yeah, 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 man.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have artists in the community and them make them voice and stuff, learning from there,
Yeah,
until you get artists that are established and things like
yeah.
that. So I could say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a community thing, until we really said we wanted it really to be something bigger than that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were voicing, or back then, like in the early, like 2015, were you doing both dancehall production or reggae also?
Yeah, yeah, man. Both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
Because that
both.
people, should realize that even people who are doing dancehall also they are doing reggae as well. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
how I
yeah,
even found out about you, I think, from the first times that you were doing both
yeah,
reggae and
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
dancehall.
And
So
we're still
yeah,
doing both, still doing both.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so uh, I was gonna ask a little bit about this. So you said, or did you say that Out of Nothing it was existed before you joined in,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you said actually already 2015.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
from those
The
early,
business,
yeah,
but the business
sorry,
was established 2010 still, but I started,
2010.
yeah, but I started 2015 and then coming out and on in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. It was breaking up a little bit, but you said like around 2017 now. Okay. So then it was in that year too, that when you started there, that you started also working with the 6 artists, and this was if in January 2017 is or well over a year before the big boss came for them in 2018. So if
yeah,
you
man,
could
yeah,
please
man.
just bring us back to this time, what was it like, and how did you first get to hear about these artists and coming to work with them?
Okay. In that time now, Mad Daag was around. Mad Daag was around, and him always telling us him have some artists and thing him want to work with and thing, Yeah.
Mm,
And he always tell about Chronic Law, specifically Chronic Law he was telling about until, they start telling about squash and but they actually came in the same time. We start working with them the same time,
mm,
Yeah, in
mm.
2017 and thing, Yeah.
So at
So
the
I can
so
say it was
at
Mad Dog. It was Mad Dog what that really
yeah.
get us together and working, Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So at the time, Mad Dog, he had heard them and so, but it was not like you at that time already heard about their music, or you just
Well,
heard
yes,
about them.
yes. We heard about their music because in that time Squash was getting a buzz as well.
Mm-hmm.
Squash had some songs playing and you know hear the songs them and like the songs them and playing the songs them because we used to do selecting as well,
Mm-hmm.
selecting sound and thing. We used to have a sound system, so select the songs and until get to meet the artist and working with the artist, and
Mm-hmm.
that was that great energy, great energy,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man.
Okay. So it was Mad Dog that made that link, and like I said, that's what the thing. So there was a bus already in 2017. Was it like up on the north coast mainly then?
No, I would say it was in the western area.
Mm-hmm.
With Squash, it was in the western area, and
Yeah.
Chronicle as well. He had his thing going in St. Thomas, but
Mm.
he had a different rush in the west. when he started out, you know, different energy and things. So, you know, we just work with the energy and we just put out music and, you know, good vibe.
Yeah. So, like practically, they would come to you in the studio and do voicing or voicing
Yeah, man.
for you,
Yeah, man.
like you build rhythms too?
Yeah, man. I create beats too. But
Mm-hmm.
in that time, it wasn't me alone. It was voicing for. It was voicing for other producers as well. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So yeah, but like for example, you have a physical studio and equipment and such. Would it be that they also voice for other producers, but they used your studio? Like
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Would use the studio and voice for other. You know, because as
mm-hmm.
I said, the chemistry we had was, you know, great. So I always come to use the studio and voice songs, you know, because, you know, good energy. Songs them go turn out good and thing. Yeah, man. And from there, building, just building and, you know, getting better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do you remember like back then now when you started hearing this, you know, trap dancehall, the sound, was it like a big thing? I can imagine because it was like a brand new thing.
yeah, man. It was a brand new thing, you know. We love the sound. They love the sound. And I still love the sound, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that was in 2017.
Right.
So at that time, who were the main beat makers that were doing trap dancehall? I have to ask you.
Okay, so in that time now, I'm talking from my perspective that I know of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Was Din Hampton music, you know, Hampton
Mm-hmm.
music that I know of, you know, really.
Hampton
I
music.
heard the type of beat came from and stuff like that, you know. Other
Yeah.
producers was there doing it as well because you have Slayebad and some other producers, you know, you have Kai same way and some other producers, but it was really Din that I know of first, you know, Din Hampton music. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and also back in 2017, the few songs that I've heard, you know, the beats are sounding different.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
music has evolved already over these years, and already
Yeah,
from
man,
the beginning, I can imagine the sound. Like, can you talk about
Definitely.
that? Because it's like quick changing sound. The sound, like you said, it almost change every year. It's like an
Yeah, man.
update.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So as you know, every year, yeah, man. Every year you have a new sound in dancehall. So from that time coming up, you know, the sound keep changing and you know, just evolving and getting better. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
that's it. You know, that. I love when I first heard it. When I really first heard it, I love the energy and the new sound. You know, and
Yeah.
yeah, I really like all the new sound coming in and thing. But you know, at the end of the day, everything, you know, you go get bash and people are gonna love it and people are gonna bash it. But at the end of the day, we can't really give up and say because it gets getting bash, we go give up and say, you know, we just
Mm.
stick to. You know, we are trying to create something, so we just stick to it and
Yeah.
create and it becomes what it becomes now, you know, in the new
Yeah.
modern age of dance.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, there's still critics out there, but it is a lot has changed. But you brought it up,
Yeah.
so it actually did affect you in some way. This a lot of the negativity, or how did it affect you, if in any way?
Well, honestly, didn't affect didn't affect me. Didn't affect me.
Mm,
You know? Because as I said, I have understanding about the music and knowing that, you know, the thing evolve years in years, decades, and
mm-hmm.
you evolve. So I never really watch the negative, because as we say, when dancehall just came out, it was just like this, negative energy and bashing and all those stuff until it became what it became, we name artist man. We can't think it. Slip my mind. But yeah, as I said, dancehall always I get negative energy, but it's just up to us to know that, keep on pushing on one day it will make it big.
Yeah.
Just like it's doing now, I'm glad
exactly.
Really glad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it keeps getting bigger, and it's just gonna continue like that as it evolves too, and the sound will keep evolving. Definitely. But it is there, and so going forward. So yeah, very interesting. So you did already, mention somebody very special, that is Mad Daag, because this is a name that keeps coming up, as a person that connected a lot of people together, and also for those that don't maybe know so many songs, that Mad Daag is probably the artist that his name get called in most songs that I know of anyway. So that's some witness to his importance in the history of all of this. And since and very sadly Mad Daag is no longer here with us, so I'm wondering if you could tell us more about him as your friend, the artist, and all of his many contributions.
Yeah, man. It was a special youth, It was a special friend, special family, everything, Yeah.
How long did you know him?
Well, I know him from 2017. I would say I know him from 2017. From 2017. So that would be about 6 to 7 years ago, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a person of like to see the unity and good energy, just always good energy. When we in the studio and stuff, good energy. Just always good energy. So sadly miss, sadly miss. Yeah,
so he was, like you said, he brought, or he was the one who mentioned these artists to you, and he was that kind of person that tried to get people together and work,
try to get us together and putting out work, always trying to push somebody out there, getting out there, wasn't a stuck up kind of person, Always good energy, man. Just always good energy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And he did work hard as
anything that he would get upset over is like when stuff not going right, when stuff not going way how it's supposed to go, really getting pissed off and things. So as I said, I just good energy, always good energy, always good energy, Yeah, man.
Yeah,
definitely, man.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, he was very productive as an artist too, because he did put out a lot of music, both by himself, but and he did work a lot with you and your studio, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was his engineer. So all the songs you hear, voice and out there, I was his engineer. So I was the one voicing his song, mixing his song and stuff.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, you have other engineers too and producers you work with, such as like Lenky and Keezy,
Yeah.
and other producers just the same. You know, he sings songs for course just the same and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but for example, if somebody wanted him on a tune, he could voice it in your studio.
Yeah, man, you know, yeah, because here, this studio is where he worked,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
The studio is where he worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, from all what I could see, that's what you said, you know, he seemed to be such a, you know, happy, jovial person.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. Definitely.
All right. So, yeah, okay. Thank you very much for giving us, you know, some insight about that. And I wanted to, you know, go in and see a little bit about OUTTA NOTHING production, because, you know, you're producing a variety of music, both reggae and dancehall, and you're working with a lot of artists. And you said it too, some of these artists are maybe local artists to your parish.
Local, yeah, we work with a lot of local artists because we always trying to get talent out there, you know, always trying to get, you know, talent on the platforms and stuff. So working with a lot of, you know, local artists.
You can, so some of the names that I see from like early days that you worked a lot with, Gino, Shaka P, and even Lexi Thickness, Triple J, Simple Rust. Are all of these local artists?
Yeah, man, all our local artists. Hanover artists too. Artists that are based in Hanover, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, because so like you said, I would say your studio, it have its own sound. That what usually happens to studios, that you can hear a production come from a certain studio. Is that due to you're making a lot of these rhythms and you have your own favorite sounds you're working with?
Well, I am not the only one that is making beats. You know, Father Gang make beats as well. You know, so that's where the different sounds coming in, because, you know, he's an older person for me. So he have a more understanding of the older set of music, you know. And as I said, he used to run sound system and things. So he have that older set of, you know, sounding. And then, you know, I would have the more modern. So we just combine them together. So that's the reason we get that unique sound, you know, from us. Yeah. And you know, you notice the music we put out is not like in one segment. You know, it's all around, different music, you know. Yeah, man. So we try to explore the music, you know. Try to get this and this together to create a song, you know.
Yeah,
man.
So both of you make dancehall and reggae, or is it one of you who's making the reggae? Because you do make reggae rhythms and
Well, both of us, we just switch it around when we're ready. Sometimes I would make a reggae beat, sometimes you would make a dancehall beat, sometimes I would make a dancehall beat, you would make, you know, just vice versa. Yes. So it's not specifically straight dancehall. We're always trying to make dancehall beat, reggae beat. If it come to pop, you know, R&B, all of those stuff, we try to make them. Yeah, just try to have hands-on in them, to have the understanding of the creation of them, you know, of those genres. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. So yeah, I wanted to bring up some of your releases that maybe people will remember, because going through all the stuff, I got to remember myself. One of them is that, you know, in 2019, in July, I saw it was released, you know, because around the time it was a viral story about the secret of KFC chicken
Yeah, man,
recipe. I don't really
definitely, man.
remember how it came about, but you have to tell the story about this.
Honestly, still, the story was Ice Cold, yo. He really had the story. He just had the beat. He had the beat for us because he used to work at our studio, same way. We used to voice some song at our studio, and he had the beat and thing. So he come up with the idea. I don't really know how he come up with the idea because he wasn't around us at the moment when he came up with that idea, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he came up with the idea and we come at the studio and voice it and just release it, and you know it does what it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mean actually that he made up this whole concept in the song
Right.
and
So
that
he was
went viral?
he was the
Oh,
one who made the concept. You know, we were just
okay.
the one
Yeah.
who produced the song. You know.
Yeah, and it was on this shatta rhythm, so it was actually on a rhythm.
Yeah. Definitely. And
Yeah,
that
so
no,
yeah.
that rhythm was released in 2017.
Ah,
2017, yeah, that rhythm was, but he
yeah.
wasn't on it that time when it was released. So it actually 2 years after he got
Mm,
this song on the rhythm, you know. And you know, Chronicler was on the rhythm same way that have
yes.
his song Can't Rush We. That was the title of his song.
And that was in 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So actually, then I see, then it's even more fun in a way because he made that song in July, but then he came out with a video like in
Yeah.
October, I think, and then
Yeah.
it went viral and we had all these clips and everybody was singing and laughing about this, and we had a lot,
Yeah,
a
man.
lot
Yeah,
of
man.
fun.
Yeah, man.
That
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
okay, yeah. So.
Mhm.
And then you reminded me actually, and I didn't know at the time what's your involvement with another somewhat viral hit, which is Guard Up with
Yeah.
Insidious.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
man.
your involvement in that song?
Well, we had a rhythm, right? And Russian Mafia, we
Mm.
and Russian Mafia produced that rhythm, you know. So we had the rhythm, and we said we're just gonna get some songs on it. So at the time, Russian Mafia was around Insidious, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. So he get him to do the song on it, you know, and the rhythm. And
Mm.
in that space of time, you have a viral video was going around with a bridging talking about gathering and thing, and you know the police them kill him after and all of those stuff. So that was the momentum that pushed that song to where
Yeah.
it went, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, sorry, it was cracking up, but yeah, it was like it was already a controversial thing, so the
Yeah,
song just came
it's like
in at that time.
yeah, man. In the same space of time, you know.
Yeah, and then he was, I remember that was right in the quarantine. He went on Lava,
Yeah,
chat
man.
and laugh, and it took him places, and yeah, it also had a lot of views and so. So
Yeah, man.
you have, yeah, just those are just like examples of, like you would say, you are doing very many different things in music.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, and like I said, you have been working with a lot of artists, and but have you ever had any artists like signed to Out of Nothing production or anything like that?
No, not as yet. Not as yet. We're just working with artists, you know. In the future,
Hmm.
we'll do signing, you know, but for now, we're just working with artists, Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, yeah, man.
Okay. So you still like you have young artists that come around that you like support and so?
Yeah, man, definitely. As I said, Hanover have a whole heap of artists and things, so they come around and artists from different parishes hear about the thing and come and voice just the same. Come check the
Mm-hmm.
studio out and hold that energy just the same, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And those are artists that are like dancehall and reggae, or is it mainly
Yeah,
dancehall?
man.
How?
Dancehall and reggae artists.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, man.
you see that there are a lot of youths out there who's actually doing reggae.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's
Yeah,
like
man.
always
But
been.
it's not a lot, not a lot. But you have artists out there doing reggae just the
Yeah.
same, you know. But the
Yeah.
dancehall is more taking over than the reggae right now. More dancehall
Okay.
artists around right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Among the youths, you would
Yeah, yeah,
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine. So, yeah. Okay. So I notice now because what's going on right now, you have some current projects. You just released a song like a week ago with
Yeah,
an
yeah. I released a
artist
song.
called Von Quest.
Yeah, man. That's a upcoming artist same way that we're working with, just the same, on
Okay,
Quest.
so he's from up Hanover side too.
Well, he's from West. He's from more Negro side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's from the parish of Westmoreland. You know?
Yeah. So anybody who wants to check that out, Von Quest, and the song is named League,
Yeah, man.
and it have a video out, and you were working with Motion Boss, I think.
Yeah,
It was a
definitely, yeah, man.
co-production.
Yeah, man. That's a new production label, just the same in the
Mm-hmm.
Western, just the same. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
there
Yeah,
are
man.
many labels coming up and many young people getting into music, and most of them maybe don't have access to a proper studio like you are working from out of a studio. Maybe are
Yeah,
they
man.
like nowadays you can have basically a laptop and some other equipments and you can have a studio
Yeah,
any
man. Yeah, man.
place.
Yeah, man. So, a lot of them don't really have studio, but since recently they are building studios. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, since recently a lot of studios are building around the area,
Yeah,
Yeah,
which,
man. Yeah, man.
which
So
is
I can
good.
say the thing, yeah, man. I can say the thing is it's getting there. It's getting there.
Okay, so it's still a good vibe around that.
Yeah,
So
man.
what would you say now for Out of Nothing production? What are some of your upcoming projects?
Well, yeah, I have some projects working on. I have some songs that I haven't released as yet. Just the same, both established artists and young artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I said I have some projects to be released soon, both established artists and young artists, just the same,
Yeah.
or local artists that we
Okay.
have here. Yeah, so
So
we've
it's not
been doing
you
stuff,
don't
man.
want,
We've been doing stuff.
yeah. Okay, I thought maybe, but you don't have any names or like anything you want to mention in
Yeah,
particular. Just you're
well,
busy.
all right, yeah. Yes, I have songs for all local artists, Simperas and Neat Banging and
Mm-hmm.
Lexi, Mr. Mary. They have songs to be released for them. Yeah, Van Quest just the same. I have songs for Daddy One to be released. I
Mm-hmm.
have working on something with Squash right now, you know. Working on something with Zai just the same. We're doing stuff, you know, working. Always been working, you know?
Yeah, always working.
Yeah.
That's for real. So
I
you're
have
doing a
some
lot
time
of.
for Slick One too. I don't know if you know Slick One. You know, I have some
Yes, I know the
songs for
name.
Slick One as well. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So as I said, we've been working, you know, we just always working.
Yeah. So you now as a mixing, and are you the main mixing engineer in the studio?
Well, as I said, me and Father Gang, we work together, you know, so I
Okay.
wouldn't say I am the main, but you know, yeah, I do a lot of mixing just the same. You know,
Yeah.
he do a lot of mastering, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
what
of
I was
mixing
gonna
just the same.
ask. So
He
you
do a
have
lot of
the,
mixing just
yeah, so but you also have
composing
the
just the same. You know,
capacity.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I meant you do your own mastering in your studio. So yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely, man.
Okay.
So as I said, we just work together. So everything that I can do, he can do just the same. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So is it that you only like mix and master your own productions, or do you also take like people mix and master for people like?
yeah, man, you know, we mix and master for other productions just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And so it's not like mixing and master for ourselves alone. We mix and master for other productions just the same, you know?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
like you said that takes I guess a lot of time and it's a lot of work. So
Yeah, man, definitely,
yeah.
because you know I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff because I do graphics as well. You know,
Yeah.
graphics.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit more about that? Is it something that you've got into lately, or is this you have a background in graphics?
Well, yeah, I have a background in graphics because I used to do art at school. You know, I used to do
Mm.
drawing and painting at school. So that's where it came from, you know, starting from school until I start doing it professionally and stuff, you know. Yeah, man, so I
Mm-hmm.
have a background in art. I used to do a TD drawing, just the same, technical drawing, just the same, in
Okay.
school and yeah, man. So yeah, I have a background
So
in graphics
I see.
and
So now
art.
you're using this. Are you are responsible for the graphic design for the label or
Yeah,
such?
yeah, man. I was the one who created it.
Oh, you meant the logo?
Yeah, the logo and the yeah, you know, all the cover arts too, you know.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
I do
meant. So
all the
all the
cover.
cover.
Yeah, I do.
Ah, yeah.
I would get some help sometimes, you know, with some. I put out a rhythm like a rhythm named Vigaton rhythm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. The cover art was those cover art was done by Trouble. No, Terrible Entertainment. Terrible Entertainment. Yeah, man. So I get
Okay, but
some one and two help at times, you know. But
yeah, but you
yeah,
make the main
I
thing,
know
but
how
do you
to.
also, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what I meant is now you do graphic design for your own label and so, but are you also are working like people can order designs from you, or you don't have time maybe?
Well, yeah, sometimes I don't have the time. I don't have the time sometimes, you know. But yeah, that's negotiable. You know, people can link me sometimes and get it done. But it's not all, it's not,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that's a guarantee, you know?
Mm. All right.
Yeah, but if it come to the test, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah, so you like you said, you made all those because when you have a rhythm out, you need a cover art for your rhythm and all that, not just for
Right,
every
right.
song, but I mean, the amount of rhythms that you put out in OUTTA NOTHING Production, I was going to ask you, do you know how many rhythms you put out?
Honestly, I don't keep track, which that's something I really need to do, you know. I really need to keep track, you know. But I'm not really keeping track at the moment, you know. I'm just doing music and releasing stuff, you know. But I know that's it. It's really a lot. It's really a lot, you know. It's really a lot that we're doing, you know.
A lot. Yeah.
We have
yeah. So all these years you've been putting out rhythms, and when I've been hearing in the debate that they are saying that juggling needs to come back, and so I never really understood what they meant. Now I know what they meant is juggling with all the big artists on the rhythms, but all this time the youths, and especially in the trap dancehall, since it came along, and everybody's been putting out a lot of rhythms, voicing a lot of artists on them. So I want to ask you, how do you feel that the rhythm juggling, what importance does it have for the dancehall culture?
Well, the importance, I would say, is like for the dance, as in the dance hall itself, where the selectors play and stuff and people go party. Yeah, man, so I would say it's beneficial for them. All right, look at the rhythm that Zimmy put out what there.
Yeah.
Big Bunks, that's the name of it?
Yep.
Yeah, man, Big Bunks. So, you know, that rhythm, I see that rhythm have a lot of songs that is tearing up the media right now, you know. So it's good for the selector now to can play and know that everything is in one tempo. You don't have to kill up himself to, you know, switch up the tempo and thing to match this and that. Him just play, you know, him just find one tempo that he like and just play the hot songs, you know. So to me, it's beneficial for the selector. It's beneficial for dancehall, just the same, just producers, because that was our culture. That's our culture. That's where it started from, you know, juggling. That's where the business started from, juggling, you know. And, you know, put out 1 and 2 singles here and there. First time I used to have all 30 songs per one rhythm, you know. Yeah, man. So I can say it's beneficial, man. I don't think it should cut out. You know, I think it should continue. I think it really should continue. You know?
Yeah, now with the big bunks, they are saying that it's coming back.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, and it is a good thing in many ways to like also the competition for the artist on the rhythm, like who's gonna, you know, they're competing to do your best, you know, to be do your best like in competition on the rhythm.
Thing. Yeah, man, that's the next thing. You know, it gives the sense of competition, but not like a bad competition. It's in a good way, you know. Who can come with the you know, you see an artist come with a good song and the rhythm you want to follow. You know, you want a good song and the rhythm just the same. The next artist you want a good song and the rhythm just the same. So the competition helps the rhythm and the production to push forward, you know, in a good way. Yeah, man.
So that's always good. But you know, I don't know, nowadays DJs or like selectors, even if they have a rhythm to juggle, it's like I don't know how much people juggle anymore. How is it in Jamaica? Is that a thing? Because usually they play like a jukebox now more, I think. From one thing to another, there's very little mixing and juggling involved.
Yeah, man, very little right now, you know? Very little. So I can't say what's the issue, because I don't really know what's the issue. You know? I don't really know what's the issue on that side, you know?
No, it's true. I mean, like, yeah, it's so juggling. It has been there all this time, and even in the trap dance hall, like I said, but maybe it's not so well known. That's just the thing, and maybe also it was a certain set of artists that were able to be on those rhythms, and then as time went along, more and more, you know, they started working with other artists and so, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
So now, yeah, I wanted to mention something about, you know, the thing about quality of production, because that has also been a big development in this, that we could see from when this started now, like in 2017, and you know, around 18, 19, when there was a lot, and maybe there was some truth into that actually, because there's a big improvement right now.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Maybe you could talk about that, the sound, and yeah.
Yeah, man. In that case, now you know dancers stay and music overall. You know, times change and things evolve, and so in that case, we have to keep up with the sounds. You know. And as I said, every year a new sound. There's a new plugin. There's something new, you know, every year. So we have to try to keep up with that, you know. So that's the reason you hear the sound changing just the same, because we have to keep up. You know, we can't make it left way. Yeah, man. Definitely.
Yeah, or man, even what I meant as like the quality in means of the whole production, like. Earlier on, maybe when people started out perhaps only with a laptop and a microphone, and maybe did not have money to pay for mixing and mastering and all these things, and you put out it raw, and now the whole thing has just improved so much, and it seems that the youths learn fast how to do things from publishing.
You know, we in a media age, you know, so everything is going fast, you know, so you have to learn fast too, you know?
Yeah. Exactly, how to do YouTube properly and all this streaming and all those kind of paperwork.
Yeah, man, publishing, all those stuff, you know?
So you think you notice a difference from like young artists just like 5 years ago to how it is now, that young artists would know much more about all these things, their rights and the money, right, and that, yeah?
Yeah, man, definitely is a difference, man. Because as I said, we've been studying, you know? We've been studying. So everybody is more having an understanding, you know, of how to go about it, how to get their thing out there on the platforms, and, you know? How you can get back revenue and all those stuff.
Yeah, which is really good, so that people can get paid for all their hard work.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I because now we're talking and I keep mentioning and calling this music trap dancehall, because so people are aware of what we are talking about. But what is your feeling about that? Do you think that this trap dancehall, is it dancehall?
My feeling about it is it's dancehall, right? I understand we're creating a new sound and everything. So we are trying to put a different name to it, you know, which we're adding dancehall just the same, but we don't want to add dancehall. It's already dancehall, you know. So I wouldn't just call it dancehall. I wouldn't call it trap dancehall or that dancehall or dancehall. It's just dancehall overall, you know, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I'm sure you have heard about this debate,
you
know,
I've heard about it. Yeah, I've heard about the debate. But as I said, I don't really have much to say on it because things evolve. The only thing I have to say, it's dancehall. I don't really want say we're adding another name or it's dancehall, you know, so it's a straight dancehall. So it might have new sounds and new stuff and but it's dancehall just the same. It's just a modern type of dancehall, you know, evolved type of dancehall, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I see what you mean, and I also getting the view that this is like most young people, if you ask them what is the music you're doing, they would say dancehall.
Yeah. Some of them would say trap dancehall just the same, but as I said, it's just dancehall for me. It's just dancehall for me.
Yeah.
Definitely
so
dancehall.
Yeah, and you, like you said, you was there, and you're still there, and you're still doing it, and out of, I mean, a big love for music throughout your whole life.
Definitely. You know, it's just music. It's just music. Passionate about music, you know. So we're just doing it until we reach to where we want, and at the end of the day, you know, all the thing come down. We say we reach where we want, and at the end of the day, there's always something else to get at, yeah, to get to, some other level to get to. So, we're just doing it, you know. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
Just doing it, you know.
Yes, JVYBZ. Just keep doing it and keep doing what you do, and you know, massive big up to Father Gong and Diddy Rat.
Definitely, you know.
Yeah, you know, for real. And yeah, it must be, you know, how you feel about what's going on right now, how, because of dancehall right now. Is dancehall doing good?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say dancehall is doing good, you know. Dancehall is doing good, but I would just say some lyrics is dwelling. They are dwelling on some lyrics too much right now. You know, they need to start finding some different content to sing about just the same. You know, it's not only one thing there to sing about. You know, so I would say it's doing great though. It's really doing great though. You know, because we are getting to places in the world right now. Give thanks to our TikTok. You know, TikTok is really doing great for dancehall right now. Getting dancehall to places where, you know, dancehall wasn't being played and stuff, you know. So yeah, I would say it's doing great. It's doing great. It's just to get better and better and better, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it definitely will get bigger, if anything. And this now, with this dark, if we will call it dark trap sound, is very big around other islands, and a lot of youths are gravitating to this sound.
Yeah, man, definitely, man, definitely.
Yeah. Yes, so it's looking very bright for the future, and you know, I can't wait to see what it's gonna bring, because I'm always out there ready to listen to new music.
Man, definitely, man. You know, always open ears, you know, to hear new stuff.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I was always that, you know, always into listening to new music, and I never stopped yet. So I give thanks for that. So I'm very grateful for you all, you know, making all this great music. So you mentioned TikTok, that you said also, and even me, I'm not on TikTok, but you and other people keep mentioning it, that this is a place to be right now. So people actually buzzing, you know, music on this platform.
Yeah, you know, the young, that's for the young generation, you know. And at the end of the day, you have elderly people just the same on TikTok, you know. So I would say it's a great app, you know. Depending on your content and content that you push out on the platform. So it's a great app. It's a really great app for everybody. So I'm not going to say
it is
a great app for young people. It's a great app for everybody.
Yeah, but especially now we have seen many examples that they have done it deliberately, like you first did a sound bite for TikTok and make people do videos, and even before shooting the music video and so it's a big platform for music.
Yeah man, overall, a big platform for music.
Yes. Yeah, well, I will have to consider again then if I should have to start a new platform again. But yeah, I'm not excited about it. I might still have to do it.
Yeah. As I said, the platform, it depends on your content. So you have people over there that's doing comedy, you have people that's doing dance, you have people that's doing chef work, chef content, you have people that's doing art content. So it really depends on the content that you're doing. So you draw that specific type of crowd.
Yeah,
man, definitely. So
there's a lot of good things about certain technology, just the fact that you and me could be sitting here right now talking across the world.
Yeah, man, that is it. Definitely, man.
Yes. Well, JVYBZ, so nice to finally see you and get to talk to you like this, and thank you so much for taking time out to do this.
Thank you too, thank you too to take time out to do this as well,
Yeah, I've been looking forward. Yes, thank you so much. And all of you that just come and big me up now as I start out again. So thanks so much for that. And I'll be, we just go along as we have been, and looking forward to see what you come out with next from OUTTA NOTHING Production. Mention please your social media so people can find you.
Okay, my social media, OUTTA NOTHING Production. TikTok is OUTTA NOTHING. Facebook is OUTTA NOTHING, just the same. Instagram, as you all know, OUTTA NOTHING. Yeah, man. And my personal is JVYBZ ONP official on Instagram, and JVYBZ ONP produce on TikTok. I'm not yet on Twitter and other platforms. Facebook, JVYBZ, JVYBZ the producer on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
That's where they can find.
Everybody can find you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks again. I think we've been 1 hour because I'd set the time for 1 hour. So
yeah, man, definitely.
And I got to ask you all of these questions, and yeah, it was very interesting. I'm very happy, and I would say have a continued great Sunday. And if you want to big up any people before you go.
Yeah, man, I think, man, big up OUTTA NOTHING for sure, Yeah, man, big up Father Daag, big up Diddy Rat, big up my artists, them are there with me. Just the same, big up the whole 6 crew, just the same, isn't it? Brother them, Yeah, man, so big up, just big up the whole fraternity, Just heart of love, Yeah, man, definitely, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, give much thanks. Okay, so I will probably upload this interview on YouTube by tomorrow because it's a bit late over here today. So if anybody joined in late or anybody who might have missed it, it's going to be available on YouTube, and who knows, JVYBZ, maybe one day on TikTok.
Yeah, man, I think, man. Definitely, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just look here. All right. So I will shut off this live then and say thanks again and see you soon.
Yeah, man, big up to everybody who they on the live and check in.
Mm.
Soon, no?
Mhm.
But at the interview we do so, I
Yeah,
think big up on yourself, man.
yeah, that's true.
100%,
Big up everybody. For real, I
So,
don't even have time to read those comments.
That's the reason I said just big up to everybody who check in, Big up on yourself.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, appreciate the support.
Yeah, man. Joke,
Okay.
So, I love,
Salute
Big
and
up.
blessings. Yeah, big
Yeah,
up.
man.